This Washington Post article is pointing out, Charles, that race is an ever-present source of tension in the case, and it highlights not just racial harassment and threats against her. The Post quotes one of Willis's senior deputies, writing, quote, "We are both aware, especially as African-American women, some find it difficult to treat us respectfully." Trump's lawyer, Steve Sadow, described that email as, quote, "offensive, uncalled for, and untrue." But I want your read on what's playing out there.
I'm so glad you asked this question, Alex, because this entire ordeal with Fani Willis represents the intersection between race and gender in the professional space. And it highlights the fact that no matter how hard you work, if you are a woman, if you are a Black woman, there are certain things that you will have to navigate that you would not have if you were a white man, for example. There is a level of privilege that is enjoyed here, and that's simply undeniable. For Steve Sadow, for as accomplished and respected an attorney as he may be, to simply scoff and dismiss that is a level of privilege to sort of overlook how these things play out in ways that he may not simply be able to see because of his own blind spots. At the end of the day, trying to understand parts of what it is to be discriminated against, what it is to face things that other people don't face. When you are not a part of a particular group, you give that group the benefit of the doubt. So if you're not a woman, you cannot necessarily tell a woman what is or is not sexism if you haven't necessarily experienced it. It's very difficult for you to call something not racist if you're not someone who's ever experienced what racism actually feels like. And so while I do understand why Steve Sadow may have sort of been offended by it, at the end of the day, it truly is undeniable that the way that Fani Willis has had her reputation and her integrity challenged, and the manner in which this has gone on, has from its very start been fueled by white nationalism through the rhetoric of none other than Donald Trump. Look at his attacks on Alvin Bragg, look at his attacks on Letitia James, look at his attacks on Fani Willis, and contrast those to the things that he said about Jack Smith. One, they're attacking his professional acumen. The other is their humanity and their qualifications, which is a professional insult and very offensive. All of those things are rooted in white nationalism and speak to the very point that Fani Willis was making about that intersection of race and gender.
Thank you for that well-spoken reality check. I appreciate you and all of that. Thank you, Charles Coleman.